Hi guys, this is Shravan. So welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this session we are going to discuss digital electronics subject and its syllabus. Okay. So this subject is useful for various entrance exams like graduate aptitude test in engineering, that means GATE, and engineering service examination, BARC, and NPCAL, and state level entrance exams like Transco, Genco, and etc. Right. So especially this subject is undergraduate subject, and which is very helpful for placement drives in your engineering graduation. Okay. And some of the core companies test the student abilities towards circuit designing skills and coding skills. Okay. So for all these things, so you have to learn this digital electronics subject. Okay. And for gate point of view, if you observe, okay, so the subject is same for ECE and triple E and instrumentation and computer science engineering students. Okay, for all these streams the subject is same. Okay, so some of the topics, okay, some of the topics may be altered, but subject point of view which is same for all four branches, right? So, and coming to the syllabus part, so the entire syllabus is divided into six parts, okay, otherwise six units. Okay, so I will give the detailed syllabus here. Okay, and one more thing, so I will give the link description below the video. So if you want this PDF regarding the syllabus, okay, you have to click that link. Okay, and you can download the PDF file from that link, right? And now we will start the syllabus discussion, right? So first, so here the first unit is introduction, and the first topic is number systems and its conversions, right? Number systems and its conversions. That means we have various number systems like binary, ternary, quaternary, and octal number system. Okay, decimal number system, hexadecimal number system. Okay, like that we have various number systems and conversions means one form of number system to another form of number system conversion. Like for example, if you take binary number system, we need to convert that into a decimal number system. So binary to decimal and decimal to binary, binary to octal conversion, octal to binary conversions. These are the conversion various possibilities we have. So that we will discuss in this topic, right? Number systems and its conversions. And the second topic is sign in numbers. And the second topic is sign in numbers. And third topic is integer and integer and floating point numbers. Floating point numbers. And fourth one, codes. That means we have three types of codes. Okay, one is Morse code, another one is binary code, and the third one is alphanumeric codes. Okay, but we don't require Morse and alphanumeric codes. Okay, but we want to focus on binary codes. What are the types of binary codes we have? Okay, so we have to discuss about types of binary codes, right? And next, coming to fifth topic, Boolean algebra. Boolean algebra. Okay, and the next sixth topic, Boolean function representations. Okay, Boolean function representation. And seventh topic, logic gates. Logic gates and its realization. And its realization. And next eighth topic, K maps, otherwise Karnaugh maps. Karnaugh maps and minimization of K maps. Minimization of K maps. And the ninth topic is implicant implicant prime implicant and essential prime implicant. Okay, so these are the nine topics which comes under introductory part. Okay, and this is first unit. So number system and its conversions and signed numbers, integer and floating point numbers, and codes, Boolean algebra, and Boolean function representation, logic gates and its realization, K maps and minimization of K maps, implicant, prime implicant, and essential prime implicant. Right. So these are the nine topics, and this third topic is newly added topic. Okay. So this is a newly added topic. Okay, this is newly added topic in GATE 2021. Right. So and next, okay, the second unit is combinational circuit. Okay, so in this combinational circuits, so okay, the first topic is half adder and half subtractor. Okay, and the second topic is full adder and full subtractor. Okay, and the third topic is serial order. And the fourth topic is parallel adder. Parallel adder, which is also called as ripple carry adder. Okay, so parallel adder, which is also called as ripple carry adder. Okay, so the next topic is fifth topic, carry look ahead adder. And the sixth topic is code converters. Okay, so this is not data converters, code converters. Already we discussed earlier. That is binary codes. We have three types of codes like Morse code and binary code and alphanumeric codes. Okay, but we don't require Morse and alphanumeric, but we want to focus on types of binary codes. In that binary codes we have 8421 code, binary BCD codes and gray codes, XS3 codes. Like that we have various types of codes are available. So in that, for example, if you take BCD code, from BCD code to XS3 code conversion, and XS3 code to BCD code converter. Like that, we have so many conversions are available. So for that, we need to develop certain circuits. Okay, so those are code converters, right? So I will give some type of converters here. Okay, so here first. So binary to gray code converter. Gray code converter. Okay, and next one, gray code to gray to binary code converter. Okay, and next, binary to binary to XS3 code. XS3 code converter. Okay, and next one, XS32 binary code converter. Binary code converter. Okay, and like that we have so many conversions are there. Okay, that means we have 8421 code and 5421 code, 8421 to 5421 code converter. Okay, and BCD to XS3, XS3 to XS3 to BCD. Like that we have various types of code converters we have. So that we will discuss in that session, section. And next one, seventh topic, that is comparators. Okay, next topic is comparators, right? Comparators. Again, this is classified into two types. Not two types, but we have a limit the comparison. Okay, so that is one bit comparator, one bit comparator, and next 2-bit comparator, 2-bit comparator, right? So if you that means you can take 3-bit comparator, 4-bit comparator, like that we go so we will move on. But the problem here is so if you take 1-bit comparator, so two 1 bits are compared, right? So that means we can get four possibilities. So in case of 2-bit comparator, two bits you have to compare, right? In such a situation, so we will get around 16 combinations, right? So like that, if you take the 3-bit comparator, so three bits you have to compare. So in that situation, you will get 2 to the power of 6 combinations. Okay, so that is complicated design. So for undergraduate level, so 2-bit comparator is enough, right? So next one, eighth one, eighth topic. Okay, that is multiplexer, multiplexer, and demultiplexer, demultiplexer, and ninth one, encoder, and the ninth topic is encoder and decoder. Okay, and the 10th topic is multipliers, multipliers. Okay, so these are the 10 topics which comes under combinational circuits, right? And next, so next, third unit. Okay, so in this third unit we have three parts. So that is sequential circuits. Okay, in that sequential circuits we have three parts. One is introduction, and second one registers, and third one counters. Okay, these are the three parts, so which are included in a sequential circuit part. Okay, so first, introduction. So in this introduction we have the topics, subtopics like comparison between combinational circuits and sequential circuits, comparison between combinational circuits combinational circuits and sequential circuits. Sequential circuits. This is the first topic. And second topic, latch. Okay, latch. And third topic, flip-flops. So level triggering, level triggering, and edge triggering, edge triggering flip-flops. FF means flip-flop, right? Edge triggering means again these are two types, that is positive going edge triggering and negative going edge triggering, right? Positive and negative. Positive edge and negative edge triggering, right? And next, fourth topic, flip-flop conversions. Flip-flop conversions. Okay, so here the third topic is flip-flops. So we have four types of flip-flops. One is SR flip-flop, a JK, and a T flip-flop, and D flip-flop. Okay, these are the four types. So we have flip-flop conversion means SR to JK flip-flop conversion, and JK to SR conversion, and SR to D flip-flop conversion, D to SR like that. We have various possibilities. So those conversions all are discussed in this fourth topic, flip-flop conversion. This is first part of sequential circuit, that is completely introductory part, right? And next, when move to second topic, that is, so and the next second part is that is resistors. Okay, so that means a group of flip-flops is called as a resistor. Okay, so in that resistors we have four types of shift resistors are available. Those are serial in, serial output. Okay, that means SI, SO, that means serial in, serial out register. Okay, so I will mention here serial in, serial out register. Okay, and next, serial in, parallel out. Okay, serial in, parallel out. Serial in, parallel out register. Okay, and next, parallel in, parallel out, PIPO. Parallel in, parallel out register. Next, parallel in serial out, PISO, that is parallel in serial out. Okay, these are the four types of registers. So these are perform left shift or right shift operations. Okay, and so here I will mention uh, these are the okay left shift and right shift registers. Left shift and right shift registers, right? So next coming to fifth topic, that is bidirectional shift register. Bidirectional shift register. And next, universal shift register. Universal shift register, that means which performs four operations. That means left shift, left shift, and right shift, parallel loading, parallel loading. And last operation is no change. So these are the four operations performed by the universal shift register. So when you observe this bidirectional shift register, so this one perform only two operations, that is left shift operation and right shift operations. So if you are providing input 0, for that input which operates in left shift operation, if you provide 1, the input is 1, then it perform a right shift operation. So only two operations will performed by the bidirectional shift register. When comes to inversal shift register, left shift, right shift, and parallel loading and no change. These are the four operations performed by the inversal shift register. So when you observe CISO and SIPO, PIPO and PISO, these all four registers performed either left shift operation or right shift operation. Any one operation is performed by above four registers. So this is the register section. Okay, and next third part is counters, right? So next, okay, so the next part is counters. So in that counters, the first one is asynchronous counters. Asynchronous counters, which is also called as a ripple counter. ripple counters, which is again classified into two types. Asynchronous up counter and asynchronous up counter and down counter. Okay, asynchronous up counter and asynchronous down counter. This is also called as ripple counters, right? And the second topic is so synchronous counters. Synchronous counters. So synchronous counter again classified into three types. Okay, one is series carry counter, series carry counter. Okay, and next parallel carry counter, parallel carry counter, and next third one is synchronous ring counter. Synchronous ring counter, right? Again, this synchronous ring counter classified into two types. Okay, so first one is a ring counter, and twisted ring counter, twisted ring counter. And this twisted ring counter also called as Johnson counter. These are alternate names. Okay, Johnson counter, and which is also called as switchtail ring counter. Switchtail and Mobius counter. Mobius counter and creeping counter. It is also called as creeping counter. And again, this ring counter classified into two parts. Okay, one is a self-starting ring counter. Self-starting self-starting ring counter, and second one not self-starting. Okay, not self starting a ring counter. Okay, so these are the counters. Okay, and ring count synchronous ring counters classified into two types. One is ring counter, another one is twisted ring counter. Twisted, these are the alternate names for twisted ring counter. This is very important for various entrance exams. Okay, so sorry, earlier I said three parts, but fourth part also there. That is finite state machines. Okay, so this finite state machines having wait a minute. Okay, right. So that is the first Mealy model. Okay, first topic Mealy model circuits. Mealy model circuits, and second topic is Moore model. Moore model circuits, and the next one, third topic, design of sequence generator. Third topic, designing of designing of sequence generator. Okay, designing of sequence generator, otherwise pattern identifier. Okay, okay, and again this designing of sequence generator having two types. Okay, okay, so this is designing of sequence generator. Again this is classified into two types, Mealy model and Moore model. So again Mealy model classified into two types. One is overlapping method and a non-overlapping method. Okay, in that overlapping so we can consider 1 bit overlapping and 2 bit overlapping and 3 bit, like that we goes on. Okay, in the same way we have Moore model for designing of sequence generator. Okay, otherwise pattern identifier. Okay, so we have two types, that is overlapping and non-overlapping. In overlapping again we can consider 1 bit overlapping, 2 bit overlapping and 3 bit overlapping, like that we goes on, right? So this is third topic in finite state machine. Okay, so this is your third unit, right? Sequential circuits, right? So next we move on to fourth unit, that is the data converters, not code converters, that is data converters, right? So now, so next fourth unit, that is data converters. Okay, so here we have two types of data converters. One is digital to analog data converters and analog to digital data converters. Okay, so data converters is different and code converters is different. Okay, so code converters means binary to gray to binary. That means the code should be converted to one form to another form, right? So here data should be converted to one form to another. That means analog data should be converted to digital and digital data should be converted to analog. So for that we need to design circuit for converting the data from one form to another form, right? So here we have two types. Okay, one is digital to analog data converters. Okay, first one, digital to analog converters, otherwise the D to A. Okay, D to A converters. So D to A means digital to analog converters. So which are again so this can be possible with the help of two ways. Okay, so one is weighted resistor type. Okay, one is first one, weighted resistor type. Weighted resistor type D to A converter. Okay, and next one, R to R. R to R ladder type. R to R ladder type digital to analog converter. Okay, again this one classified into, so R2R ladder type classified into two types. Okay, first one, normal ladder type. Normal ladder type. Okay, and second one, inverted ladder type. Inverted ladder type. Okay, again this one classified into two types. Okay, the normal ladder type again classified into two types. One is inverting type. Okay, inverting type and non-inverting type. Non-inverting type. These are the digital to analog converters. Next, specifications of uh, digital to analog converters. Second topic. Specifications of D to A converters. Okay, those are first one, resolution. Resolution and linearity. Linearity and accuracy. etc. And next, third one, A to D converters. Analog to digital data converters. Okay, so again these are classified into four types. Okay, the first one, comparator type. Comparator type, which is also called as parallel type. Okay, parallel type, and flash type, which is also called as flash type ADC. That means analog to a digital data converter. And next, second one, successive approximation type. Successive approximation type, analog to digital data converter. Next, third one, counter type. Third one, counter type. Counter type ADC, otherwise single slope. Single slope, which is also called as a ramp type A to D converter. Counter type, which is also called as single slope A to D converter, otherwise which is also called as a ramp type A to D converter. Okay, next, fourth one, a dual slope ADC, which is also called as integrating ADC. Integrating A to D data converter. Okay, so these are the A to D converters. Four types: comparator type, successive approximation type, counter type, and dual slope analog to digital data converter. And next, fourth topic, applications of applications of DAC and ADCs. That means data converters. Applications of digital to analog and analog to digital data converters. Okay, this is your fourth unit. Fourth unit completely deals with the data converters, right? And next, so this is fifth unit. So fifth unit is logic families and memories. Okay, semiconductor memory. Okay, so first part is logic families. Okay, so that is first part is logic families. Logic families, and in that first part is characteristics of digital IC. Characteristics of digital IC. Okay, and so here we have three characteristics. So we have three characteristics, and power dissipation, noise margin, which is also called as noise immunity, and figure of merit, and etc. And the second topic is Classification of logic families. Classification of logic families. So here we have two types. So here we have two types. One is unsaturated logic families and saturated logic families. So again, these unsaturated logic families divided into two types. One is emitter coupled logic, that is ECL logic family, and next second one STTL, Schottky transistor logic. Okay. So one is ECL, another one is STTL. Okay, emitter coupled logic family and Schottky transistor logic. And when it comes to saturated logic families, again this is classified into six types. Okay, one is direct coupled transistor logic, DCTL. Okay, direct coupled transistor logic, and second one RTL, resistor transistor logic. Okay, and next diode transistor logic, DTL, RTL and DTL, resistor transistor logic and DTL, diode transistor logic. Next TTL, okay, transistor logic. TTL means a transistor logic. Next HTL, high threshold transistor logic. Okay, sorry, high threshold logic, not transistor, high threshold logic. And next one I square L, otherwise IIL. Okay, that means integrated injection logic. Okay, integrated injection logic. So like that we have so many saturated logic families available, so that we will discuss under this saturated logic family section, right? And next, third topic, uh, logic gates realization. Logic gates realization realization by using CMOS family. CMOS logic family, otherwise. Okay, CMOS logic family, otherwise CMOS implementation of logic gates, right? And this is first part of fifth unit, that is logic families. Okay, and next, okay, next one, classification of memories. Okay, the first one is classification of memories. Okay, that first one is primary or semiconductor type memory, again which is classified into two types. One is RAM type, random access memory type, and read only memory type. Okay, and the secondary memory is that is magnetic memory. And next, second one is the second topic is, so, SRAM, static random access memory, and dynamic random access memory, DRAM. And third one is, so, read only memory, RAM, and programmable read only memory, programmable read only memory, that is PROM. And next one, EPROM, electrically programmable read only memory. And next, E square PROM. Okay, electrically erasable programmable read only memory. Okay, these are the RAM type memories. And next, fourth one is PAL design, PAL and PLA basic design. Okay, so here PLA means programmable logic array. Programmable logic array. And PAL means programmable array logic. So this is your fifth unit, right? So first part is the logic families, and second part is the memories. So memories are basically we are using semiconductor memories in our engineering graduation. That means in our subject. Okay, so that is RAM type and ROM type. Okay, and next one. So this is unit 5. This is computer organization, CO. Okay, this is newly added topic for EC students in GATE 2021, only for EC students. Okay, um, the first topic is machine instructions, and second topic addressing modes, third topic arithmetic logic unit, ALU, and fourth topic data path and control unit, and fifth topic is instruction pipelining. These are the five topics which are comes under computer organization. This is completely sixth unit. Okay, so for ESC people, for ESC engineering service examination, this is one of the separate subject in paper 2. Okay, computer organization and some programming language also there, database management system and basic programming language. Okay, and basics of operating system. So these are all are some basic topics are involved in that particular computer organization subject in EAC. Okay, but this time for GATE point of view, so this is newly added topic for ECE people. So this syllabus is not included in instrumentation and triple E people. Okay, triple E and CSE. Okay, so this is a computer organization, and once we observe ECE and instrumentation streams. Okay, so certain topics are altered. Okay, that we will discuss here. Okay, okay, so this is instrumentation engineering GATE 2021. So these are the topics are newly added topics in GATE 2021 for instrumentation engineering students, right? Embedded systems. So in that embedded system they are mentioned microprocessor and microcontroller applications and memory and input output interfacing. Okay, so only certain topics are mentioned under embedded systems, right? Not complete embedded systems, only processors and controller applications and memory and input output interfacing, right? And basics of data acquisition system and basics of distributed control system and programmable logic controllers. So these are the four topics which are added in GATE 2021 instrumentation engineering students. Earlier ECE and instrumentation both the streams are having same syllabus, but this time they are adding these four topics in instrumentation engineering. Okay, so these four topics are not included in ECE, and the CO portion is not included in instrumentation, right? So that is the certain topics. Okay, altered from one stream to another stream, right? So this is digital electronics syllabus. Okay, complete 6 units. Okay, and now so suggested textbooks I will give the I will give the textbooks reference textbooks here. Okay, so suggested textbooks. Okay, so digital systems principles and applications by Ronald J. Toki. So this is purely for digital electronics course. Okay, So many number of examples are given in this textbook. Okay, so this is exclusively for digital electronic course. Okay, and the next book is so this is Modern Digital Electronics by R.P. Jain. So this is also one of the textbook. So which is also produced, which is also provided so many numericals as well as coding also, Verilog coding also they are providing in their textbook. Okay, so but the first book is better one. Okay, while for problems point of view, the first book is a better one. So here they are providing problems as well as concepts, problems as well as coding also. Okay, Verilog coding also they are providing in this textbook. Okay, and next one, this digital design by Maris Mano. So this is very helpful for DEC point of view as well as VLSI engineering point of view. Okay, so DEC subject in your graduation, which comes in 2-1 or 2-2 semester. So whereas in VLSI engineering comes in 3-1 or 3-2 semester. Okay, so for these two, that means VLSI course point of view as well as digital electronics course point of view, this book very helpful. Okay, that why? Because they are providing concepts with Verilog and system Verilog coding based. Okay, they are earlier this book uh, earlier this book mentioned VHDL coding programs, but now that is replaced by Verilog and Verilog as well as system Verilog and VHDL. Three codes are mentioned. The updated book having three courses, three coding techniques in their textbook. So I think this is helpful for two courses like DEC as well as VLSI design, right? So and the next one is switching theory and logic design. So this is for simple explanation. If you want simple explanation, so you have to go through this book, that is switching theory and logic design, so by A Anand Kumar, right? So and next one. Okay, so these are the so when it comes to online resources, so NPTEL, if you observe in NPTEL website, so these are the courses which are available in NPTEL website. Okay, these all courses are free. Okay, if you want to check the course details and so you should go through this website. So you will observe digital electronic circuits by Gautam Saha, digital circuits and system by Professor S. Srinivasan. Okay, like that we have same course but different professors. Okay, just you go through this website, and these are the online resources, right? So this is regarding digital electronics subject and as well as detailed syllabus. Okay, so for this the entire session, so I will give the PDF below the video. Just you go through that link and you can download the PDF from that link. Okay, and so thank you. Okay.